Hello, I'm back with another edition of Boss Boxing Predictions, number 55. Yes, we are continuing with another very good fight, which is the main fight of this weekend, which is the other semi-final of the Super Series in cruiserweight. But first of all, I want to say something about something that is not as positive, and that is Roy Jones Jr. Jr. He is sadly still fighting. I don't know why, but he's taking on this guy called Scott Sigmund, who is, I believe, a former super middleweight, because I remember that he was knocked out by Kelly Pavlik. That's right, 2012. But this is a fight for a World Boxing Union German version cruiserweight title, which tells you enough. Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, well, he's 49 now, and he had a fight almost a year ago, and it is actually not this weekend, sorry, but anyway. That fight will, I guess he will win, because this guy Sigmund is not really, he's just how do you call it, well, a journeyman. So I guess Roy will stop him. Well, anyway, that's not what I had in mind. Let's go to this weekend's fights. First, there is a fight in Corpus Christi, and it's for WBO super middleweight title. Gilberto Ramirez is defending his title for the third time, I believe. Yeah, against a guy called Habib Ahmed, who is from Ghana. Ahmed is 25-0, has one draw. Well, I never heard of this guy really, but it seems he never fought. Yeah, he never fought outside of Ghana before. So this is just, a stay busy fight for Ramirez, really. I have no doubt that he will score. I mean, this will be his first, most likely his first knockout victory in a world title bout, because since he won the title, he hasn't scored any knockouts. Even before that, his last one was in November 2014. Actually, yeah. But even that is not so sure, because these Ghanaian fighters are really tough. So, but I think he will be able to stop Henry in the 10th round, perhaps. Yeah, let's say that TKO 10 for Gilberto Ramirez. He's 36-0, and I hope he soon gets to fight someone that is really, like perhaps the winner of George Gross and Chris Eubank Jr. or even that guy David Benavidez is the other great Mexican fighter in this division. Both are very tall. I mean, they are tall for super middleweights and Mexicans, and both are undefeated. Even though Benavidez is more like a real, destroyer, so while Ramirez is more like a good fighter, but he's not really always that. You know, he doesn't win by a knockout too often now. Anyway, yes. And then there is one more. One more fight that is interesting. It's a title fight, IBF super flyweight, and it's the guy that I have talked about before. Uh, Jerwin Ancajas. He is from Philippines, and he's very good. He's the IBF champion, and he's made like 3 defenses already. He beat Teru Kinoshita and Jamie Collin last year. Two, really good victories. And now he's fighting Israel Gonzalez, who is from Mexico, of course. Well, this guy Gonzalez, he has one loss before, from before, and he's not a really hard puncher, I guess, but he can punch. It's just that he hasn't really won against anyone significant yet, so I believe this will also be another dominant victory for the Filipino Ancajas. Perhaps, I don't know if it will be a stoppage, maybe. Perhaps, I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure which round, but anyway, it can happen in any round between the 4th and the 10th, so, or 12th. So I favor Jerwin to win by a stoppage. And Jesse Hart is also fighting. I think this is his first fight, yeah, since losing to Gilberto Ramirez himself in September. And he's fighting this guy who is, you know, just a pushover, I guess. Thomas Alvin Bono from Ghana also. But he hasn't been stopped, I think, yet. No. As I said, these fighters from Ghana are really tough. Yeah, very tough. Really hard to stop. Yeah, I guess it's the conditions under which they, train and fight and all that. Well, I guess this is a 10-round fight. Jesse Hart is a good puncher, of course, but I'm not sure if he will be able to stop this guy, so probably not. So I think this will go the distance, yeah. But he wins for sure, no doubt about it. Okay, let's see, is there anything else before we go to the main card? I can mention just one fight here in Norway where I am, and it's the best Norwegian male fighter now. Uh, Kai Robin Havno is fighting. He's a cruiserweight and a puncher with 9 KOs in 11 victories. He's fighting some guy called Gazim Tahiri from, yeah. And this guy was stopped by a very old man called Firat Arslan last year in 2 rounds only. So, it's kind of simple to figure out who is the favorite here, of course. Kavno is very tall, for a cruiserweight, but this guy also is 6'3", Tahiri. I think Kavno is about 6'4", probably. Yeah, but so I think he wins by a TKO in well, 4th or 5th round or something like that, 6th maybe. Most of most of his knockouts have been within 4 rounds. Only one in five. That's you know. So yeah. Well, okay. Then we shall go to the main card in Russia. Yeah. There is a fight between Fedor Chudinov and Bobby Gunn Jr. Also, Fedor, he's he's proven to be I guess, I'm not sure, but perhaps the weaker of the two Chudinov brothers. So, he's been stopped by George Groves, of course. Well, perhaps not. Actually, I'd say he's the better of the Chudinov brothers. Anyway, he experienced his first stoppage loss in last year, and since then he's won two fights against, decent opponents. He beat the undefeated Ryan Ford in his last fight in December. Now he's fighting Bobby Gunn Jr., who only has 9 fights. This kid seems to be a puncher, 7 knockouts in 9 victories, but he's no. I doubt he's a serious challenge for Chudinov, and since he is a puncher, then he most likely is the fighter that he's not the type that to just lay on the defense and on the back foot. So he will get stopped most likely. Yeah, Chudinov to win by a knockout. And then there is Maxim Vlasov, who is fighting Olana Evaju Durodola. Yeah, Vlasov, he was well, he's a good fighter for sure. 41 victories, only 2 losses. He hasn't been knocked out. He lost to Gilberto Ramirez also before, and Isaac Chilemba. And yeah, I guess, but this guy, Durodola, he can really punch, and so he has the puncher's chance to win. He's only been stopped by Briedis and Kudryashov. So after first knocking out Kudryashov, yeah, this is a fight that is pretty open. There is no clear favorite, I say, even though Lasso is fighting at home and he has a bit more experience and yeah, seems to be the more stable of the two fighters. He's also stopped Rahim Chakiev 2016 and Ismail Silah, yeah, same year. So I guess Vlasov, I think he will win on points this time, yeah, for sure. It's the fight for us WBC silver cruiserweight title. And then we have a fight between Roman Andreev also and Craig Evans, a lightweight fight. The Welshman Evans, he's one of the best, I guess, or one of the better British lightweights, and he won the WBO European title in his last fight. He beat Stephen Ormond. This is a fight for a vacant WBO International lightweight title. Roman Andreev, he looks sound, yeah. So this will be a good competitive fight, but since it's in Russia, and Andreev hasn't been beaten yet, while Evans has one loss and two draws. I guess I favor Andreev to win, perhaps by decision, because Evans hasn't been stopped. He only lost to Scott Cardle, who's very good, of course, and yeah. Welsh fighters are known to bring it on. They don't like a boring fight for sure. So this will be also, I guess, a good fight. Okay, then final, the big one, the biggie. It's a IBF cruiserweight title fight between Murat Gassiev and Yunier Dorticos. This is a really, a cracker. Gassiev, he is the defending champion and 25 and 0, 18 knockouts. In his last fight, he was very impressive. He knocked out very tough Krzysztof Lodarczyk, who hasn't been knocked out before. He has had some mileage on him. And he also beat Denis Lebedev before that, Gassiev. So, yeah. He's a very strong guy, obviously tall, 6'3.5" and 76 inch reach. Dorticos is also tall, 6'3" and 80. He has a 4-inch reach advantage. He has 21 knockouts in 22 victories, very impressive. And in his last fight, he stopped Dmitry Kudryashov in 2 rounds only to win the full WBA title. I don't know why it isn't on the line here. It doesn't say. Or actually it is, sorry, but it's BoxRec that is kind of messed it up. And he won it against Yuri Kalenga, TKO 10 round. He actually didn't fight. Dorticos didn't fight for 16 months before his last fight, so it was impressive that he stopped Kudryashov in only 2 rounds. He's a boxer and a puncher, I guess, Dorticos. He can do it all. And I think I favor him slightly, or because Gassiev, of course, is very good too, and he can punch, and and he's fighting at home, I guess. But there's something special about Cuban fighters, and they just, have this very often, not always, but often they have this aura of invincibility, at least when they are in their prime. And Dorticos is, and so far he's just been, knocking over everyone. So, yeah. Well, of course, this will be no walk in the park for him. Gassiev is very strong physically and, you know, very good fighter, of course. He can hit. So, I don't know, I can see perhaps Dorticos will have to win by a knockout even. Because we saw what happened to Briedis against Usyk. He didn't get the decision, even though he should have. And he was fighting at home, but that doesn't really mean. Even though Gassiev is still not the name that Usyk is, so I don't know. Yes, this one is not easy to predict, but I think I lean slightly towards Dorticos to win. Either by a late stoppage, I'd say, maybe 10th, 11th round, or by a close decision, you know. So, yeah. this will be really close, I think. Yeah, well, anyway, that was all I had. It's now almost 20 minutes since I started. Thanks for watching and bye bye.